I'm Terry, and this is Tea with Terry, where we talk about thoughts, emotions, and actions. So today we're going to talk about an action, and this is an opportunity for you to use your birthday as a very intentional ritual. And so my birthday is coming up early in the month of September. So if you're watching this in real time, it's just a little over a week away. And so what I wanted to share with you today is a really cool ritual that my oldest daughter taught me a few years ago. And what I love about it is that it gives us an opportunity to set ourselves up for a beautiful, intentional year and put some energy and thought behind it. So this is kind of a two-part ritual. I usually will do the second part, but the first part of the ritual is to go back over your life and ask yourself, depending upon how old you are, ask yourself, where was I 10 years ago? So in my case, I am going to turn 64. So if I look back and think, gosh, where was I in when I was 54? What was going on in my life? What happened when I was 44? Where was I living? What was the house like? How old were my children? 34, 24, 14, 4. And so it can be really fun to just reflect and bring up some beautiful memories. Some of them might feel bittersweet. Perhaps when you were 14, like I was, you had a beloved dog who passed away. Perhaps you had a loss at some point. But it's so beautiful to look at the perspective. Now, if you were only, say, 30 or 35, you might want to do it by 5 years. Where was I 5 years ago and 5 years before? And what it allows us to do is to have that beautiful reminder that our life is impacted by all of the other events that have come before. And we don't just live in this moment in time. There is this beautiful continuum where the past informs the present, the future that we are looking forward to informs the present, and it's all so cool to look at. And your birthday is the perfect time to do this. So it's really fun to do it with another person. So when my daughter first introduced it to me, we were at a dinner. And so it was her and myself and some other family members. And they were helping me fill in the blanks for some of the years where I couldn't exactly remember what I had been doing or perhaps where we were living. So set this up so that it's fun and engaging and perhaps lighthearted. If you don't have someone to share it with, you can do this through a journal exercise. And again, it can just be a beautiful reminder of where you've come and how you've evolved and grown as a human, and the people and the places in your life that have meant something to you. And the second part of the ritual, which I always do, is I have been setting up kind of a theme word for the year. And so you don't have to make it a rhyming word, but I usually do because I enjoy it and it feels easier to find a theme when you have something to anchor it to. So in my case, this year I'm turning 64. And of course, got to think of the famous Beatles song, When I'm 64. But I started thinking, well, what rhymes with four? And so there's a couple of things that I'm thinking about. I have about another week to firmly decide what I want my birthday year theme to be. But I'm kind of thinking about 64, open the door. So if I open the door to new experiences, new opportunities, just a place of expansiveness. I may also choose 64, love yourself more, or 64, becoming more, 64, all kinds of things that rhyme with four. So I hope you will try this at home, as one of my favorite authors, Gretchen Rubin, says, because I think that it can be playful and also really meaningful. When I think back at some of the theme words that I've used in the past and those little sentences, they've really anchored that year, and it's been fun. And it's reminded me to enjoy and to understand that this year from 64 to 65 will never come again for me. And so I want to intentionally create something special. So I will perhaps keep you posted on what my birthday theme becomes, what I choose, but try this. And I hope that it inspires you to instead of thinking about birthdays as something we dread or thinking about like, oh, I don't want the focus to be on me, use it as a beautiful reminder of the gift of another birthday. All right, well, that's Tea with Teri for this week, and I'll see you soon.